So recently, I was accused of hacking in the Dragon Ball Fighterz combo trials, leading to me dedicating a full stream to proving my innocence via handcam. Now, I did explain my methods on stream and have uploaded the VOD, but since there's no guide for the trials on YouTube that I can find, I decided why not make one of my own to help anyone who may want to lower their times. With that being said, let me show you how I, Combo Trial Speedrunner Shattered Frame, or Nukem99 on Fighterz, got to where I am. Now the first and easiest thing to learn is your cancel and buffer windows. For most normals, it'll just be during the hit stop, but for multi-hits, you need to pay attention to when the move counts as complete in the recipe. Now, it may be tricky at first, since many of these are gonna be pretty fast, but with enough practice, it can become fairly consistent. Just like that. Sparking. My first major discovery in these trials. I was never really involved with the community, so how much they abuse this, I don't know. However, sparking can have tremendous amounts of time save. Plus, it's actually kind of surprising just how often it can save time. Basically, any move that counts as complete on the first hit but has a long animation can benefit from sparking, as long as it's cancelable. So this is my second major discovery, and maybe one of the most important things to learn to chip time off. I don't know if anyone has found and named this before, so I'm calling them fade motions. Put simply, while a fade-in from either a reset or initial load is occurring, the game does not allow you to attack, of course. However, it does register directional inputs, even if it may not actually reflect on the character itself. This means in any trial that starts with a special move or a super, you can preemptively do the motion and then hit the attack button to perform the move as soon as you gain full control of your character. Just like that. That's how I got my time so low with most of these, actually. And finally, it may not seem like much, but just the simple act of dashing, either at the very beginning of a trial or after a certain projectile, can make some trials significantly faster. Though the only characters I've found to have significant reward from this would be Fat Boo, Videl, and Labcoat21. Still though, it's nothing to scoff at. Now, while all these techniques are very helpful for chipping down times, there's always going to be one single roadblock, and that's the various patches that have happened over time. Unfortunately, some moves that are used in the trials have either been slowed down or have their effects on hit changed in a way that just makes the trials slower. For instance, Cooler's Deathbreaker and EX Follow-Up used to function perfectly fine with Genocidal Upper if you canceled immediately, but nowadays, that just doesn't work. There may not be a way to get the greatest time ever on a trial just because it's not the fastest patch for it. However, if you happen to have a version select on hand, Steam comes to mind, there's nothing stopping you from going patch to patch and getting the greatest times in the entire history of Fighterz. That'd be pretty nifty to see, yeah? So yeah, that's how I took over the combo trial leaderboard. Hopefully you can pick up these tactics and rise up the rankings yourself. Plus, if you manage to close the distance on my times, I'm happy to have the competition. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I bid you a farewell. Later.